I'm a virgin, so why do men want to date me? And why don't they want to marry me? Because, of course, I'm a virgin. It's Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. I want to thank you for your love and just support those of you who are picking up my books. Cash App, I got a cash. I got coffee. I last night. Thank you for you joining my Patreon. I haven't had anybody join my Patreon this week. Check that out, girl. I love you. I adore you. Thank you for those reviews on my books. Take the cookie off the table. I mean, take the cookie off the table. Stevisha, thank you, honey, for $10 for my coffee. I appreciate you. We're gonna talk about why nobody wants to marry us because we're virgins. Okay, Lola Jones, she's concerned that she's 39 and she is not married, and why don't nobody want to marry her, and so on and so. I'm not gonna read her article, but I cringe. I cringe every time a woman lets it be known, either on social media or wherever else, that she is a virgin. The thinking in women's mind is that men will want to marry us because we are virgins. My question about that is, what happens when you're not a virgin no more? Let's say he marry you because you're a virgin, and after the wedding night, you're not gonna be a virgin anymore, because listen, virginity is not renewed every morning. So if he marries you because you're a virgin, beloved, what's gonna happen when you are not a virgin anymore? And I bet, take the cookie off the table. Don't talk about it. We don't need to know. Don't tell the world. That is nobody's business, ladies, that you are virgins. Because when you put it out there that you are a virgin, guess what you do, honey? You are putting a hit on your virginity. In my book, 23 Types of Guys, I talk about the cookie scammer. The cookie scammer. There are men that want to get with us because we're virgin, or because, we haven't had sex in a while, or we're celibate. That's another one. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Me and you, we girls, we talking, girl. I've been celibate for 12 years. But why you need to put it on social media for everybody to see and know? Remember that men are hunters. And then when they don't marry you because you are a virgin, or because you're celibate, then you get into this depression mood and you just don't understand. And this happened to a young lady. She kept talking about it on Facebook. I told the girl, don't do that. Don't nobody need to know you're a virgin, especially for the men. Next thing we know, she done hooked up with some Negro, took the virginity, and dumped her. Okay, because ladies, we think he gonna marry us because we're virgins, but that's not why they marry us. Men don't marry us because we're virgins. And I'm not saying this is for my younger girls, not to preserve your virginity, but don't lead with your virginity. See, whatever you lead with is what you're going to attract. Even on the shows, you can, on Ready to Love, I cringe every time a single woman, single mom, meets a man and start crying about her struggling to raise her kids. And I'm like, girl, don't do that. You are putting the responsibility of your kids on this stranger that you just met, that you don't know, and you are hoping that he will want to marry you because of your kids. Why should he want to take up the responsibility of fathering and taking care of your kids? Don't do that. Lead with your femininity, your graciousness, your sweetness, your juiciness, your smile, your ability to create. Lead with those things, because that's what's going to attract the type of man that you want. Virginity, honey, everybody is flocking trying to get it. And after you lose your virginity, how will, I hate the word lose, but how will the marriage be preserved? What are the ingredients that's going to preserve your marriage after you give it to your husband on your wedding night? How y'all gonna live? How y'all gonna communicate? Excuse, does he like you for you? Can y'all sit and have a conversation? Huh? Last week was my 9th year anniversary, and I told my husband, because we was been traveling with him, and he's been trying. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to spend some time with you. And we spent a whole day, lunch, dinner, breakfast, talking, holding hands. And I'm like, I really enjoyed my day with my husband. My husband was traveling, and on Wednesday night he called me, did you watch the election? And I'm like, no, I turned it on, but I fell asleep. See, those are things we connect on. We can talk about politics and history. And I'm reading a book called Send Judah First. And I'm saying, Mike, you need to read this. This book is so good. And he read another book about what's his name? He said, babe, you need to read this book. That's good. See, you need to be able to connect with the men you are dating on the things that's going to preserve your marriage, because virginity is not going to preserve your marriage. Do you notice men don't lead with I'm a virgin? And men might not have sex with a woman, ladies, but you know what? My daddy said, they gotta get it out. So they might not be having sex with somebody, but they're come on, somebody, let's be honest. And you know another thing my dad told me, if you meet a man and he say he ain't got nobody, he's lying. He said every man got somebody. Every man have somebody. If he ain't know somebody but to call once in a while to, you know what? He got somebody. If you ask a man, is he seeing anybody or anything like? And he said no, he's lying. So you know what I did when I met my husband? I asked because I wanted to see. I test all these things my father told me. And he said, oh, I date. I go out. I said, okay. You say I met you when I went out. So ladies, stop. You know what the problem with us is? We don't know what men want. That's the problem. We think men are like us. They think like us. They act like us. They want the same thing we want. Mike didn't marry me because I can pay bills. That's not why he married me. He married me because I am what he needed in his life. And I married him not because of what he can do for me. I married Mike because Mike can provide, Mike can profess, Mike can show me that he loved. And all of you delusional pick-me-ish women that's taking care of these men, talk about he's loving you by showing you emotional support. You are delusional, because a man's love is in action, as in doing, as in Jesus died on the cross. How do we know Jesus loved us? He died. All this emotional support stuff, you could get emotional support from your kids, from your friends. I could call Lexi right now. Lexi, give me a word from the Lord. Lexi will start preaching. She will start quoting, Mama, you be encouraged. You are blessed going and blessing come, blessing the city, blessing the field, Mama. Whatever you put your hands to is going to be blessed. So ladies, please stop leading with your virginity. Stop leading with being celibate. When you do that, you are putting a hit on your kitty cat. Men will flock to you and lie to you and be a wolf in sheep's clothing just to get the kitty. Go ahead and read the article. 39-year-old Lola Jones rants about her virginity, being friend zoned, and blocking guy desperately wants to be married. Lola Jones really just wants to experience the things she sees around her, but she is running into an issue of finding the perfect guy to provide that for her. The 39-year-old got real candid about her dating life as she took to her Instagram and stated she keeps getting her heart broken as she looks for love. Why? Why are you getting your heart broken? Why? Why are you giving your heart to men? If you don't give a fool your heart will never be broken. Never. So this is another thing y'all do. I'm giving my heart. You're giving a man your heart who has not been tried and tested. He ain't put no ring on your finger. He ain't trying to marry you, but you're giving the clown your heart. Make it make sense to me. Tonight, I blocked the guy I was talking to for 8 months. My heart just couldn't take it no more. She shared on Instagram. He gave me so many mixed signals. He would talk about marriage and kids, but then keep me in the friend zone. He would never make time to see me. My heart is so heavy because you're foolish and you don't know how to date. You've put all your eggs in one basket and you want him to be it for you. 8 months of some man giving you mixed signals? Girl, bye. Tonight I belong to God. He would talk marriage, friend zone me. He could never make time to see me. That's a clue right there. He can't make time to see you. My heart is so heavy. I'm so exhausted dating life. I have continually asked God to honor me with a godly man. I have prayed for years and with many tears for God, please allow me to find my husband. I even prayed if God didn't want me to be married to remove the desire from my heart. But as the years grow, I want to be married more and desire badly to have a family of my own. And I just keep getting my heart broken. Why you keep giving the fools your heart? What are you doing to meet the guy? The Olympic hurdler and bobsledder went on to say that she is exhausted by her dating life and is struggling to find a man. You know why you exhausted, boo-boo? Because you need my book. I'm a tag her on Instagram, tell her to read 23 times guys you might meet. In my new book that's coming out about the guys I dated, okay? Jones has been open about her relationship status in the past, which many knows that she is still a virgin. Why? And saving herself for marriage. On social media, she stated that her virgin set is still a topic of public conversation. I get tested all the time because I won't have premarital sex. Guys will direct message me that I'm old, I'm washed up, I should just put out already. So I'm just crying out, where are you, God? Your word says, John 44, if you ask me anything in my heart, I will do. She wrote, I'm asking God to please honor the desires of my heart. Your word says, two are better than one. I am just asking God to honor my. What are you doing, boo-boo? What are you doing to meet this guy? The following morning, the athlete took to Instagram again to post a video of her saying, well, I did post that. Oops, in response. See? That's why y'all need the journal. Wow, this wasn't up. It wasn't up. I'm sorry. That's why y'all need this journal. Stop putting all your stuff on social media. Social media is not a journal. It is not for you to vent. So now she woke up the next morning, she back into her senses, and she's like, oops, I shouldn't have put that out there.
Wow. Did I post that?
Yes, you did.
Oops.
Oops. See there? See, ladies, this what I talk about over here all the time, being emotional. She was being emotional and she put all of that out there. Get the journal. Don't put none of that stuff on social media. It's not for listen, if I was still single, I would not be on YouTube teaching about dating and marriage. I wouldn't be doing it. Some things you need to keep private. Get a journal. We don't write journals anymore. I have all of these other journals, a lot of them, and I write in them. It's not a place for you to vent because now everybody's looking at her like. But ladies know they don't marry us because we're virgins. Tamara Mori, I was going to come and do a video on her because they was dragging her in the group about losing her virginity at 29. And I'm like, girl, you shouldn't even told the story because what happened, you was a virgin. You was with, what's his name, the husband, for so many years. And he took you overseas to do what, ladies? What are you when they take you on a vacation? Let me see who's been listening to the end. I will send you a take the cookie off the table. Answer it and say, Janice, send me my book. Take the cookie off the table. When they take you on vacation, what happens? So he took, what her husband name is again, took her on vacation, screwed her, and then he left her. Huh? He invested all that time, all that years, and all that money just to fuck her. And left her. He didn't even wait till he got back home, girl. He broke up with the girl on the plane because she thought she was going to get engaged. He was going to give her a ring. No, he gave her a ring, all right. A ring, a roll. Well, let's not put that with the kids stuff. Uh-huh. And then a year later, she wrote a letter begging and crying, and then he went ahead and married her. I hate these iron pills. Oh. Anyways, I have to go. I love you. Don't lead with your virgin. Who are you? Who are you outside of your virginity, outside of your job, ladies that lead with your money and your job and your house and your car, you will attract Pookies, Rares, and Tyrones. You are not going to attract a masculine man. The masculine man you want, you're not going to attract him because he don't need you for your money, for your house and your car and your stuff. He needs you for your encouragement and your gracious spirit, and you're so sweet and you're so kind and you're fun to be around. My husband married me, didn't know how much money I made because it don't matter. It don't matter. Why? You need some? I got to go, y'all. I love you. Let me know what you think. Married at first sight. Check back later. I'll see. Love you. Bye.